like any ordinary afternoon. The golden sun bathed the grass field in a warm, glowing light, casting long, soft shadows across the ground. But what happened next would change everything. Walking through the tall grass, her feet crunching softly against the earth, she never expected to stumble upon something that would tug so powerfully at her heartstrings. A tiny movement caught her eye. She paused, and then she saw it. Lying there in the middle of the vast, empty field was a tiny creature no bigger than her fist. Its entire body was crimson, its delicate skin scratched and bruised. It looked so fragile, so vulnerable, as if the world had already been too harsh on it. And yet, there was no sign of a nest, no sign of its mother, no sign of anything but loneliness. She knelt down, her breath catching in her throat. Was it even alive? The little creature's eyes were tightly shut, its tiny limbs trembling as it crawled weakly in circles. It was searching for something, a mother, a home, a shred of safety. But there was nothing, just the vast wilderness and the deafening silence of abandonment. She couldn't walk away, could you? Could anyone? It was too small, too helpless, too innocent to be left behind. With trembling hands, she scooped up the fragile creature. Its warm body fit perfectly in her palms, and in that moment, she made a decision that would forever change two lives. She carried it home, her heart heavy with both concern and determination. Once inside, she placed it gently in a small basin, the red of its skin stark against the white enamel. She fetched warm water and began to clean it, every motion filled with care. Its tiny body twitched as if it could sense her kindness, as if it finally felt safe. She dried it carefully, wrapping it in the softest blanket she could find. She fed it, drop by painstaking drop, with warm milk. At first, the little creature resisted, too weak or too afraid to trust. But then something incredible happened. Its tiny mouth latched onto the bottle, and for the first time, it drank. She watched in awe as it began to relax, its small feet weaving gently, its body finally surrendering to the comfort it had been denied for so long. Days turned into weeks. Under her loving care, the little animal grew stronger. Its scratches healed. Its movements became steady. It began to explore, its curiosity blossoming with every new day. She couldn't help but smile as it toddled around, bumping into furniture and chasing after shadows. What had once been a frail, abandoned creature was now a lively, joyful presence in her home. But it wasn't until weeks later that she and her family realized what they had been caring for all this time. The little creature with the red skin and the boundless curiosity was no ordinary animal. It was a wombat. A plump, adorable wombat, with fur as soft as cotton and the personality that could melt the coldest of hearts. It didn't take long for the wombat to become the star of the household. Visitors couldn't resist its charm. They would reach out to stroke its smooth, velvety fur, laughing as it nuzzled their hands or flopped onto its back for belly rubs. Its playful antics brought smiles to everyone who met it. For the girl, the wombat became so much more than just a pet. It was a friend, a companion, a symbol of hope and resilience. It taught her the power of kindness, the beauty of nurturing something fragile, and the joy of seeing it flourish. She often thought about how different things might have been if she hadn't stopped that day, if she had ignored the movement in the grass, if she had walked away. But she didn't. And because she didn't, this tiny, vulnerable creature was now a thriving, joyful life. And in return, it brought an unmeasurable amount of joy, warmth, and love to her life and the lives of those around her. This story is a reminder for all of us, a reminder to stop and look, to care, to act. Because sometimes the smallest gestures of kindness can make the biggest difference. And sometimes the most unexpected encounters can lead to the most beautiful friendships. So what about you? The next time you're walking through the grass or along a path or anywhere life takes you, will you stop? Will you look closer? Will you choose kindness? Thank you for being part of this story. If it touched your heart, share it. Let others feel the warmth of this incredible journey. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories that inspire, uplift, and remind us all of the power of love. Until next time, take care.